Australia Day is a time for all Australians to reflect, respect and celebrate. The story of Australia is a great story. It's one that began more than 65,000 years ago, and it's a story that continues today. On Australia Day, we reflect on the past, present and future. We listen and respect each other's stories, contributions and aspirations. And we celebrate being Australian together, fair and free. Australia Day 22, we once again reflect on being surrounded by friends, family and community. It is a day to respect that the return of simple pleasures, once taken for granted, have been hard earned. Us Australians are resilient. We roll up our sleeves, help others and unite to overcome any challenges. Australia Day is when we celebrate the simple act of being together. On Australia Day, we reflect on the resilience of communities and the spirit of helping and giving that defines the Australian spirit. On Australia Day, we respect the personal stories, histories and contributions of all Australians. We're all part of that story of Australia. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. More than 10 years ago, while on holidays in the Philippines, I met two nuns. We talked about the work they did in providing care and support for children that had been abandoned on the streets. They told me that if parents had a way of earning a living, then they wouldn't have to make that hard decision of abandoning their children. When I heard this, I wanted to help. I asked the nuns what was needed, and they said they'd been desperate to start a sewing centre, a common area where parents could come together, sew products and then sell them in the markets. Having a background in interior design and previously owning a soft furnishing business, I knew I could help. So I did. Being an academic, teaching at university at that time, I enlisted the help of some university students. Together, we went back to the Philippines and we created a sewing centre and we trained people how to sew. After doing this for a few years, I asked the nuns what else was needed, and they told me hair cutting. You see, in the Philippines, children can't go to school unless they have a regulation school haircut. So hair cutting was a skill that was desperately needed and could earn parents an income. So that's what I did. I came back to Australia and enlisted the help of hairdressers to help go overseas and teach people that are living in critical poverty in slums and street communities how to cut hair. We've now trained more than 5,500 people, providing 5,500 people opportunities to change their life and create a pathway out of poverty. Our work is recognised and awarded around the world, and we are making a difference. We can all make a difference. Each one of us has skills and passions they can share. I encourage you to look for organisations in your local community and volunteer. We can all do something that will make someone else's life extraordinary. Together we can create change. On Australia Day, please listen to the stories of others and celebrate the people around you, because we're all part of the story. Thank you.